Thank you very much and welcome. Joseph Odu or Good Samson. Joseph Odu, are you there? If you are hearing us, can you say hi to the class?
Hi, good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much. Good Samson, we realize you have been having problem with service in your area. Is there any improvement now? Can you unmute your microphone and say hi to the class? Ogbu is not responding. Maybe there is still experiencing a network problem. Admin, there is noise from your background. Can you mute your mic, please? Zoom administrator, can you mute your mic, please? Because there's a lot of noise from your background. Okay, we appreciate the SS Zoom administrator because the mic has been muted. Bashir, you are welcome. How are you doing this afternoon?
Thank you, sir. I'm doing well.
We have another participant. Ani, thank you and welcome on board. A new participant, Ani, can you unmute your microphone and appreciate our class? We have very few people now. I delayed deliberately for others to join, but I don't know whether it is a network problem or any other thing that is delaying people from joining. Recall that this is going to be our last class. This is going to be our last class for today and for the entire SST 701. And it will be good. We'll start and end in time. We have two more theories to cover. When we were discussing feminism, something went wrong and I was ejected from the class. I attempted to join again, but I was unable to join. So I feel since the time was over, it may not be necessary for me attempting to join. Maybe even if I stage a comeback, others might have left the meeting. So I didn't join again. Lizzie, our distinguished class rep, you are welcome on board. How are you this afternoon?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome back to.
But I don't know whether you wanted to say something.
Sir, about what?
No, I said we were discussing feminism and all of a sudden I was thrown out.
Okay. So I have nothing to say. The theory is well understood, sir.
Okay, then there must anything to say before we start this afternoon session.
Good afternoon, sir. Nothing to say. Welcome for the afternoon session, sir.
All right, thank you. Those that you have joined, those that you are welcome.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to, sir.
What I earlier said was that this is going to be our last class for this course until we meet physically when you people are expected to be on campus for revision and exam. So we have two theories to discuss. And after the theory, then we'll look at very few things. Chidima, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I think the number is reasonable and it's good. We'll start the class. We'll have up to how many people? Thank you very much. This afternoon, we are going to look at two theories, but before we begin to look at those theories, I want a recap of maybe one of the theories we look at it. Grammatical, we said, is a theory that portrays that human beings are actors. They are only acting the script. What they do is they act script. And if you look at it carefully, it may be true, it may not be true. In our real life situation, people tend to do things different when they are alone than when they are in the public domain. In the public, there are things people do that when they are true self, when they are alone, they may not do it. So it's just like we are acting script as drama figure has actually pointed out in the issue of feminism. Feminism, as they said, is a theory that is looking at the unfavorable attitude of human beings towards the female gender. That there is this saying that what a man can do, a woman can do it better. But in the actual sense, the word the activities that we do on every day is dominated by men. And men call it the men's world. And they look at ladies as a weaker sex. Therefore, everything about ladies is not properly done. It is done in such a way that as if they are second-class citizens anywhere they happen to find themselves. And feminism came up as a movement that wanted to remove all these things and to tell the public that female are capable of doing anything in life if given the opportunities, the tasks and responsibilities that are done by men. Women can equally do it. The only thing is men always want to suppress the ladies, giving them not being fair to them. But as it has been criticized, they say feminism is just a movement, and if you are not a member of that particular association that accept that movement, then it shouldn't apply to you. But the ladies in the house, all of them say they don't like the way the theory has been criticized. Now we are looking at modernization. When you talk of modernization, modernization is a theory that economists is propounded by, is postulated by the economists, that from their own perspective, they look at modernization as changing from a crude means of doing things to a modern ways with sophisticated item that modernization is rooted in the fact that things change with time. But when you look at modernization carefully, the people who they postulated this theory, they tend to concentrate or to make modernization an European theory that and that Europe has the fact and everything to do with modern life. Modernization is this process by which societies move from traditional or pre-modern condition to those of modernity, characterized by industrialization, urbanization, and the growth of a mass society. Here, we are looking at moving from traditional to pre-modern. These are the stages of modernization. That the society does not just move from one phase to jump to modernization. Later on, you look at phases of modernization, but these phases are not so rigid. It depends on the literature you read. At times they will tell you the phases differ. But the main thing is modernization is not a one simple thing that's hopping from pre-colonial or traditional, just jumping to a sophisticated environment. Modernization considers development as a uniform evolutionary route that our society must follow. This is a kind of modernization that is saying every society that will get to the modern era, modern point must follow from agricultural, rural, traditional societies to pre-industrial, urban, and modern form. If the society must follow this kind of movement, these are stages of modernization, is like going up the ladder. This one, you start from a traditional society to a precondition for takeoff, which is what I earlier told you that this one is not a hop jumping from traditional society to a modern society. This one, from traditional society, we have limited production with limited production capacity where you use crude implements to produce anything that you want to do. Condition for takeoff is preparing the ground for proper takeoff or modernization. Then to takeoff is a point where people have learned different things and now they are trying to put the technology into practice. Then divine drive to maturity. Maturity here means people or technologies that people learned about them have now are now being applied. And when they are applied, then they are being refined continuously to get to a point of specialization. The specialization is high mass here that you are looking at high mass consumption. When you specialize in a particular thing, then you become authority in it. You know, it's assumed that you know a lot of things in that particular area. Now you become an authority, driven by maturity. Here you are looking at a situation whereby somebody has taken off from a traditional society to a precondition and he has taken off. Takeoff will drive to maturity. Maturity here will drive to high mass consumption. High mass consumption is a situation whereby things, sophisticated machines have been put in place and there is no much to think or starting from a crude implement again. Things have been specialized. If you are looking at manufacturing, this point is specialized in manufacturing a particular item. To say a computer, for instance, an organization will segment itself in such a way that there is a particular unit that is manufacturing this computer screen, another one is manufacturing frames, another unit is manufacturing different things like that. Then you are talking of advancement in modernization. These are assumptions of mechanization that okay, who has been trying to push me now? The person that has been trying to push me now have come back.
Network.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay. Yes. Then the third item is social change is an evolutionary process that is gradually adapted to changing environment. That social change is something that it does not come once, as I explained with what is modernization, that I cannot just jump from one point to another. Number 4, each society has a degree of development related to which method of production it employs. So this is another step of or another assumption of modernization. Modernization has been another assumption is differentiation and modernization. The primary characteristic of modernization is differentiation. As I said, differentiation here means specializing in production of small units that everything is not lumped together. Let me give you a very simple example. When you come to Africa, you are in Nigeria. If you want to farm, you'll see people, a farmer can plant rice, plant maize, plant sorghum in the same place. On the same farm, you are having 3 different crops. Differentiation here, by differentiation means rice should be planted in its own place, and at tended to with everything that has to do with rice, and do everything that has maize. Pre-modern society. Modern society consists of specialized institutions. Like you are talking about institutions, specialized institutions. If you are going to a clinic, that clinic should specialize in handling a particular thing. If you are talking of something that is connected with the eye, then you go to a place where you have an eye problem and to be treated, everything there is about that particular thing. Development as an internal process, it views development as an internal process in each society. Yes, the development of your society may be different from development of my society because of so many things, because of knowledge, because of economic development, cultural change, and political change are interconnected and follow predictable patterns during process of industrialization. That based on assumption of the European style of modernization, everything is uniform. But this point is trying to tell us that economic development, cultural development, they differ. They don't follow a similar style. They are quite different. They are not the same. They are not similar at all. Then modernization has been criticized that there are many countries that do not. who will not follow the stages of development because they had a unique set of challenges such as cultural or political norms. That modernization is not a stereotype whereby you feel everything will just go like that. And number two, development was not linear. That development is not linear the way it has been presented in one of our slides here, that you move from pre-colonial condition to a takeoff, from takeoff to like that you get to mass production. That it fails to recognize how rich nations often block the path upon nations. So these rich nations are antagonizing the poor nations. They don't want the poor nations to develop. These are the theorists. This modernization is brought about by Europe. But what's your comment about this modernization? Modernization. What can you say about modernization? Okay, let's say then did you have you any comment, any question to ask concerning modernization? It's like we are having network issues. Any comment about modernization from any of the participants? Okay, Doga,
Yes,
you
sir.
want to talk? You
I,
have a
I want to
microphone.
try.
Okay,
Yeah, I
go
want
ahead.
to. What I have perceived from the theory of uh, modernization is improving a standard from what the crude nature of it to more appreciable nature. It could be production. It could be an environment. It could be that. Those are my contributions, sir.
All right. When you talk of modernization is not in one point. It does not concentrate in one point. When modernization starts, it trickles to different units. You may be looking at it from an educational point of view. You may be looking at it that when education is developed, then other industries will also develop. When you look at it from the perspective of economy, when economy is developed, and it will trickle down to other aspects of human life. Any other comment on modernization theory? Okay, if there's no any other comment, we'll go ahead.
So right, sir. It's okay, sir. As for me.
Thank you very much. Let's look at another theory, which is going to be the last theory we are looking at it. This theory is the rational choice or decision theory. The decision or rational choice theory is a sociological theory that looks at how people manage themselves, how decisions are made. It is also a management theory where managers look at it and it helps them in making decisions. The theory says that individuals use their self-interest to make choices that provide them with the greatest benefit. People weigh their opinions and make choice they think will serve them better. That you don't just make choice. In making choice, you look at your self-interest first before making choice concerning anything. If that particular thing does not or is not going to benefit you, then decision about any favorable decision about it will be counterproductive, will not be allowed. That people make choices based on the idea that the result will be beneficial to them. You are not just making choice. You are making choice because that will benefit you. Without the benefit, then you wouldn't think of making choice, making a favorable choice towards that particular thing. That if a person buys a new computer, he believes it will benefit him beyond the money he has spent on it. That you are keen in to this particular uh, this particular course. You are keen in for this program is of benefit to you. It's not that you are maybe playing, like you have decided okay, let me just play towards this direction. That in choice human beings make, they look at benefit from it. When we're looking at social exchange theory, the exchange theory is somehow similar to this one. The exchange theory says going into any relationship, you analyze cost and reward. So when cost and benefit analysis are conducted, and you look at it that you benefit more than the cost you are going to incur, then you go into a relationship. Rational choice or decision theory is looking at how the decision you are making will benefit you. Is it going to benefit you today, or is it going to benefit you tomorrow, or how is it going to benefit you? The key principle of rational choice theory is that people do not randomly select product off the shelf. The Bible you are using, the computer, the handset you are using to join this meeting, you didn't just pick it on the shelf. You had a choice. Maybe the battery of that handset can last, or the pad you are using, the battery of the device you are using can last for a very long time. The screen, okay, what I like using that particular device is the screen is very big, so that if joining any meeting, I'll be able to use the screen and look at people that are joining the meeting. Then rather, they use a logical decision-making process that take them into account the cost and benefit of various options, weighing the options against each other. As I mentioned, exchange theory, then you are looking at cost and benefit. Here, cost and benefits analysis is done. Then you weigh if is it good as you go into this. Then rational choice theory is the assumption that the person making a decision, taking an action, will do so based on rational choice that will result into an outcome that benefits him or is his own selfish interest. You don't just make decisions. If you relate with the politicians, they will tell you that anything about politics is interest. If your interest is there, don't mind any other thing. Let the public complain. But so far as your interest is the key thing. So they go ahead making their choice. They go ahead choosing what they want, whether to move from this political party to a different political party, and allow people to complain and say whatever they want to say, but so far as it benefits them, it doesn't matter to them. So based on their own feeling is rational. They are made a choice is rational to them because it's going to benefit them. Then the main assumption is that individuals have say preferences. Then another one is individuals maximize their own utility. You, as you are going to utilize that particular thing, you look at the maximum benefit you derive from it, not minding any other thing or anything that people, individuals act independently based on full information. What allows you always facilitate rational and right choice decision making is information. Maybe the device you are using, you have spoken with, you have interacted with many people, and they have been told that this device, the battery lasts for a very long time, which is why you want to acquire it. And acquiring it, you also take time to analyze if the battery can last for a very long time. So here, you have gotten the information that yes, this device has so many cameras, and if you are taking a picture from it, the picture will be very clear. The battery is big, and the battery can last for long. So this is then its application. The choice has to be rational. You do analysis. Rationality here is looking at your selfish interest, not looking at any other person, but looking at yourself. If you are looking at yourself, then the choice you are going to make will be rational. Then, number two, it has to be based on risk versus reward. Here you are looking at if you go into picking this one and it works fine. If it doesn't work, then that's where you have the risk and reward. Then the decision will not be made if risk outweighs the reward. Usually, this is where we say in the exchange theory that you do cost and benefit analysis and you look at it where the reward is higher than that one. So this one is trying to align with the exchange theory. Then the person will use all the valuable information and resources to make decision, as I earlier mentioned. So this one is only trying to portray the last point. Then the theory does not account for choices that are made due to situational factors or that are context dependent. Depending on the context, depending on the situation, you are prompted to do something. Maybe you are into relationship and what has prompted you to accept continuing that relationship is based on the fact that that person is highly connected. So if we continue into this relationship, you will get me connected to so many things. Another one, the theory makes unrealistic assumption, particularly about the amount of information available and the individual's ability to process this information when making decisions. It's not at all times that you get information around you before you make a decision. This is what this point is trying to portray. There are some decisions that we make that we don't have the requisite information before making such decision. Or do you want to talk?
No, sir, I was thrown out of the
Okay.
class, so I tried to rejoin.
Okay, you are welcome. Number three, he does not account for non-selfish serving behavior, such as philanthropy or helping others when there is cost but no reward for individual to the individual. Like this one is trying to say there are philanthropists that they give out without expecting reward from it. Then this theory does not account for that act. Philanthropists, they donate, they give out a lot to people like that. But the theories are looking at selfish interest, people who make selfish decisions, but philanthropists don't make a selfish decision. Another point, it does not take into consideration how beliefs and values might influence decision. Beliefs and values. Somebody wants to donate, but is going to a society. That donation may go to a society that they are not of the same faith. My faith is this one, your faith that one. Then at the cost of donating to that society, if I'm donating and this my donations will go to a society that doesn't practice my faith. No. It must go to a society that practice the same faith I belongs to. This another thing is social values. The value system also determines decision making. So this theory was postulated by Adam Smith. As you know, Adam Smith is an economist, so he postulated this theory. So what do you have to say about this theory? Yoga, what do you have to say about this particular theory, rational stroke decision theory?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, class. What I have to say, what I have assimilated from the theory, the rational / decision theory, is our life that we live depends majorly on interest, and then the interest is born out of the decisions we take. So rational and decision-making interest is important in our daily dealings. It helps in improving it helps in improving the society in general, because the society, or you as a person, an individual living in the society, it's your interest first. When you are appeased, you'll be able to think broader to render your contribution to the society. So rational / decision theory places us to be self-centered. We are centered on self, and it is not bad. That is my contribution.
That statement, that's your last statement. That's your last statement, Bashir. Can you react to his last statement? That for me, I consider that his statement as last statement as being selfish, because if you look at this particular theory, it's talking about oneself. It's talking about oneself, which is why it has been criticized down here. That you look at the value system, somebody is donating based on his belief, based on his value system. So is the theory not all about selfishness, Bashir?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, thank you.
And sir, actually, I did not hear him well, so I did not hear what he said about the rational / decision theory. So, but what I
But
understand with
let me summarize the theory. In a snapshot, this theory is all about oneself. That any decision you make is for your own benefit. You should be rational to yourself. That it is almost similar to exchange theory, where we say we do cost and benefit analysis, and if it benefits you, you go for it. If it doesn't benefit you, if the rewards are higher than the cost, then you opt out of that relationship. Here is saying everything about rationality is oneself. So wouldn't you classify it as a selfish theory, or a theory promoting selfishness?
Yes, it is, sir. But in a broader way, aside the decision for me to give out, okay, yeah, I understand. It's interest centered. Okay, sir. I understand.
Okay. These people want me to be calling them by name before they will respond. Then you have the word, the mic.
Okay, good evening, sir. Good afternoon once again, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I want to, in fact, I see this theory. This theory should also be called the selfish theory. Why did I say so? The life is just be about you. The theory do not help the society. And that reminds me, the ordinalist approach on utility. You are not looking at the repercussion or making people worse off on your decision. It's just about you. And I'm saying, I think this is the theory most politicians used. They are not after anybody's life but themselves and self alone. The theory do not help the society. Rather, I know everybody recognize, no matter what you do in life, I know you have to be first beneficiary of it. But looking at just yourself and yourself will cause other people harm. So I see the theory do not help the society. And again, talking about the ordinalist approach of utility, people do not really take cognizance. That's one of my critiques about the theory. The theory do not consider the cost involved in that particular decision choice, but rather.
Thank you, Dende. Let the ladies too comment. Ladies, can you talk? What was your opinion about this theory? Okay, ladies don't want to talk. Okay, let me call Chidima Haja. Can you comment on the principles of this theory, or the main assumptions of this theory? Okay, it's like a class governor. What would you want to say about this theory? That some people are tagging it as selfish theory.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Sir,
Thank you.
actually, I wasn't following you because a vehicle passed through my place and they were playing music at the background. But from what my mates have said, especially Mr. Jaffet, I will say that the theory is partially self-centered. And in another way round, it is not, because my side, I always look at both the negative and the positive side. And from what I understood, I want to say if someone is taking decision, I believe that what he or she is taking, or the decision she is taking should be meaningful to her, as well the society she lives in, before embarking on that. And then the negative side, if the decision she is taking is not going to benefit her or the society around, I don't know if I'm making a point, but from what they said, that is what I understood from this theory, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Our time is fast spent, and I want us to just look at very few things that you discovered are social theories. They are very important in life. As we study them, we'll get to understand human behavior and how you know how to deal with human beings all together. Our number, we will look at this, and what will happen is group ourselves into two. I don't know how the grouping is going to be, but the grouping to, if the number, our entire number is even, then the number of people belonging to each of the group should be equal. Then when we group ourselves, we look at this, study it, and first slide, when we come for revision, then we'll be able to do presentation. As the other group is presenting, you will make comments, ask them questions, and when your group is also presenting, it will be the same thing. So you, on the cover of, you will give me the hard copy. You will have soft copy to come and do your presentation. Members of the group, or all members of the group will go to the front, and they will nominate one person who will do the presentation, and they will ask them questions. All members of the group will address the questions or comments presented. Then you will give me the hard copy, which I'll be able to assess you while you do presentation. This is how it's going to be. Any questions about this assignment? Questions or comment about the assignment? Okay, Bashir.
Sir, I want to ask question. Sir, when are we submitting the assignment?
You are expected to come for exam. When you are coming for exam, the first week you will get here, it is expected that at the end of the lecture, you will come for revision and exam. So
Hello, sir.
during the revision, yes. Are you not hearing me? I'm saying the presentation will be done when you are on campus here for exam.
It's all right, sir.
Any other comment or questions?
Yes, the grouping, is it, sir, the grouping, is it going to be done by you or the course rep?
So it's going to be done by you,
Okay, ourselves.
members of the class.
Okay, group the class
Okay,
into.
Let me see.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You made mention of sitting in front. So I want to ask, will it be the assignment, the presentation, is it going to be physical or online?
Yes.
I said when you people will come here for
That is physical. speaking about physical
exam.
appearance.
A presentation is going to be physical. Physical. The presentation is going to be physical because everything here has been put together. I may not have another time with you except when you are here for revision and exam. As I'm finishing with you today, another lecturer, another course is going to start from Monday. Like that until you finish all your courses.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sorry, thank you for putting us through for this week. You have been detailed about this lecture, so we appreciate you. My question concerning the assignment here, this number 2, there is off before the theory. Is it a mistake?
Because the theory of
The discourse, okay, this one is a mistake.
Okay,
yes.
sir. Okay, sir.
And it has been corrected. Discuss the theory of planned behavior.
It's okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other question or comment?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yes, I appreciate the way you have run through the lectures of social theories. And my question is, on the slide, some descriptions you see red.
I'm in a lecture.
The red, some writings on the write-up put on the slide will be indicating on the red pen or red ink. The emphasis on that red is what?
No, there is no emphasis on anything.
It's
Why
okay.
I choose to add color is that when you are doing preparing slides and you add color, you are only adding beauty to it to attract your viewers and listeners.
I understand.
It is only a way of beautifying my slides.
It's okay.
I've presented today. The next thing is you will see another person will present and then you begin to compare my presentation, my slides with that person. If you have slides that are similar, you are looking at just black throughout or blue throughout and a single color, then you begin to look at it and say what you want to say.
All right, sir.
Well done, sir.
Yes.
Sir, regarding to the lecture notes, sir, that you said that you are going to give us, sir, I don't know whether you can help us and give us today so that we can read it to prove, so that we can prove to your colleagues that you have taught that you have taught us well. We want to score A in your exam, sir.
No, it is not a problem. If you want it now, I can send it to you now.
Sir, we all want it now.
Okay. No, I think he was saying he equally needs to go through this from the beginning. He say the slide what is on the slide and what he has to go through them and reconcile where he need to make inputs related to what is on the slide before sending. I think that was what he said.
I didn't say so. I didn't say so.
Okay. Okay, maybe I overheard that, not your statement anyway.
And if the class governor can just send our email address now, as we are chatting here, I'll send it now without delay.
Sir, I know she will do so.
Not that she will do, she can do, and she should do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate.
Thank you, and these are the study questions. Are you people looking at my slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And these are the study questions. I'm not saying this is what is going to come, but the study questions, as you read it, you prepare your mind that, oh, something may or may not come like that. Then the reference to the last thing is I want to thank you very much for paying your attention to these lectures.
The reference,
another time we'll meet is
the slide
during the revision and revision and exam. That's another time we will see. But one thing is during the lecture, when I refuse to appear, somebody said this is a lecture.
It's okay, sir.
This is a lecture we are supposed to be seeing ourselves. And that same person never presented him or herself, but asked me to unmask, to unmask myself. So thank you very much for having time attending to this lecture. We'll meet some other times. Thank you and bye-bye. Does anybody have any word, one or two words to say or comment, questions and comments?
No, sir.
My comment is that God should replenish your energy until we meet. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
We want to sincerely appreciate you, your time, everything you have done so far. You made us to understand this Zoom meeting, and we appreciate your patience with us. We would like to have your phone number so we can reach you individually. And then as the class governor, I want to also have your phone number to communicate with you concerning our assignment and other things. And I have sent my email address directly to you.
Okay. What will happen is, can you see my phone number now?
Yes, you can see it, sir.
Yes, sir. Very well, sir.
Those who
Yes, sir,
want
you
to
see.
get my okay. Okay, thank you very much, and bye-bye to everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Hello, class. Who is still on? Joseph, do these people leave the class or they are zoom out?
You have left the class already. Can you hear me?
I think the section has ended now. Let me
Yes,
leave the
yes.
class.
Yes, you can log out.